Hey folks, we're about to find the cartographer. Not really sure where he's at, but assume he's down here.
That's another piece of that Woodaka totem. Well, looks like that broke off or something. Wonder where it goes.
Totem fragment. Little divey dive. Need some stuff to break down and sell. Means that.
You know, I've seen it all, except that. I've never seen exactly that.
Okay. Let's turn to this guy.
We will.
Should just teleport it in there.
Why was I hoping there'd be more fanfare passing through?
Let's just teleport.
The adherents only see us as soil to feed their dying. Why should we nourish them? We have our own.
That sun's shop. Might be worth taking a look.
Alright, so we're back.
Welcome.
Here.
I was hoping you would drop in. You're back. What have you found? I warned Kirmund about those Zaribs. It was Zaribs, wasn't it? Oh, on second thought, don't tell me. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
Huh. Looks nice. think I'm going to try to find the expedition team. Where am I on the map?
Yeah, so close. But what's the point? Oh, you're a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us. Then you... Very kind of you to ask. Very kind. You're the first to offer to help me in, well, ever. Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service. My latest experiment was meant to solve flora and fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas.
Hey, what do you want?
Oh, just a bit of luminous adra. Rather valuable, but nothing against the law. You may have noticed, or perhaps not, since no doubt you've been busy, that wildlife here has gone a bit wrong. No one knows how best to describe it, but we can all see it. Something is distorting the life around here, and I hoped to stop it. Possibly, yes. But now I can't begin my tests without my main reagent. All I need is a luminous adra. But you see the problem? It's extremely rare. I'll likely never have another chance to get it. More precisely, it is adra infused with soul energy. And it's only found in the Deadfire Archipelago, which should explain its value. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath.
They do a lot of
It's
talking.
very hard to find. It comes only from the Deadfire
I appreciate it,
Archipelago,
but
and when refined, can have wondrous effects. Enhanced strength and stamina. Slower. My friends must have lied.
all right.
They were...
Too much talking.
I don't wish them ill.
All right, so we're going to do this guy's mission. I gotta hunt down and talk to these people. don't think I will. Okay. So I got me a cough drop so I'm not dying on screen. Cough. So what? Wait a second, wait a second. All right. Got to get something to help my throat. Go ahead and down. Put this down. Down, break that down. Break that down. All right, folks. So we're about to find. So that allow me to move my pointer. About to find that an Adrian expedition team. That's how you say it. Dawn Treater. So let's go in here. Do some little walking. We already cleared out some of this area earlier just by exploring. But I'm quite sure I stopped.
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were...
The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow either.
Using the same
not
face.
with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds.
Well, they're not very nice.
I say it is good news.
Sure. Until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum. Right. Of course. Absolutely. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know Offreak will appreciate you looking into this. Yeah, well, you're not just anyone. You're a friend of the Emperor, and that means something. Hey, good luck out there.
All right, sweet. So let's go. Should have. It's so dark. This.
Gods, never seen anything like it.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Well, first, I'm gonna run and see what this door's about. Well, that wasn't the right thing.
Go. You take lead. Another one down.
Now we know why the expedition team abandoned that puzzle.
That's all.
That's it? This is all I get from this place? This is it? I feel like that was kind of a waste. I don't think these are.
Blood and a broken tripwire. Maybe Offrig's squad passed through here. Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Oh, that looks nice.
No one knew that was down here.
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
The voice, rituals, whisper of light.
Zarps ahead. Just going around them. We can fight if you're feeling itchy. Another glorious battle.
No pot?
Yeah.
too. I don't know what I'm taking. I'm just taking. Cram that a little bit. Ain't no kind of odd. Ooh.
Hold it together. We're nearly there.
You're not my brother.
What is this?
I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Gallowayne's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
Jesus.
Not with that. No. Oh, you mean healing him?
I've got stick prickle balm for the pain, but other than that, not much else I can do.
Sorry, I'm all out of potions. I don't know any healing magic either.
Magic? I had to learn some magic, but only the kind that explodes. I don't want to explode. Please help me. creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? He actually made it? I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The Free Expedition score. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Admin. Honest. Horse shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in. Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yeda's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah. When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the dream scourge to me, Envoy.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. Right, yeah. Got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
This. Ooh, gotta get in there.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's girls will too.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
So, you said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle.
I imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue we saw before. Maybe we should take a look. Right behind you.
Don't die for nothing.
Didn't realize the head of the steel garrote was into antiques. I see someone. Be ready for anything.
My brother. Can it be? Come. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargemus, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? I am as you are, though I do not care for the word. Aethys the Dawn Treader is my lord and patron. If you will forgive me saying so, I am surprised to meet you here. Even before the vanishing of our kind, it had been some years since a child of Galawain came to speak with me.
What if I made my character look like that?
And I have never seen a member of the Lord of the Hunt's coterie whose visage resembles yours. Ah, of course. I should not have assumed. I have had the great privilege to speak with thousands of our kind during my long life. And you do not resemble a single one of them. But if not Galawain, I cannot imagine who else among the Pantheon might have blessed you. My relationship with my lord has oftentimes been the one succor through difficult seasons of my life. I hope that when you find your patron, it is the same for you. May I ask, as a god's child, did your earthly parents love you?
I don't know.
Even many kith untouched by gods are not so lucky. Then Sargemus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargemus. Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Hamka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But
He's talking.
Be welcome, for you have people like you and I once sought this place in moments of war. But
The problem is
I
they
have
talk
seen
so
not
much,
one of us
you
these
stop
last
caring.
3 years. Perhaps our meeting. Godlike. That it. Consider a there. Indeed. If I am, it is from an affliction, but no, my... I suppose it's not impossible, but the gods typically make themselves known to us in our earliest days, before we have left the comfort of the womb. They are present in our hearts and minds before, well, before we even have a notion of I at all. I'm sorry. Yours is an unusual case. Tell me, this voice in your head, do you want it to be your god? I am afraid that not even your god may tell you. Answering that, and we... Other than a symptom of madness, you mean? You do not seem especially troubled. No more than any kith subject to life's uncertainty. As to what the voice is, if it is unlikely to be a god, I cannot say. Perhaps it is the sending of an archmage, or some ancient construct of Engwithan make. Or it may just be the beginnings of the Dream Scourge. Whatever this voice is, I suspect only an expert in souls can say. An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss. The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shinbone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right. Here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way. I am most great. Oh,
I want to keep it for myself. Oh. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to have to fight something.
Bridge is collapsed up ahead. My gut says that's the way to the relic. This reminds me of the Strangle route.
Swim, swim, swim.
Yeah.
Guess I wasted that.
Unseen.
leg. All right.
Isokso!
Never knew there were little houses down here. Then again, I never needed to come down here before, so there's that.
This keeps happening.
Dream switch ahead.
So did they just run? Did they not attempt to? Attempt to fight anything?
A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
Big tree, pretty ruins. Don't let it fool you. Keep your guard up.
gotta figure a way to open that up.
There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it, can it?
Right. I haven't been in a lot of ancient ruins, but you don't have to be an expert tomb robber if this is probably a trap.
I'm out of grenades. Hey, you got a great sword.
No one said anything about these faces.
This one's mine.
Ooh. Well, that's taken care of.
The false item. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber. We better get moving too.
I don't think they're very happy.
Good fight. Let's go.
all of them, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh, we too. The way out must have flooded during that earthquake. Blasted ruins.
Well, better a flood than a cave-in.
I don't think I got anything electrical to use on that. So, I gotta wait till I get something for that. So I need to search for that condition.
Something's not right here. Take a look around. Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you, we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed. You think he's building a what? A giant animat?
Do I even want to know what an animat is?
An animancer could explain it better, but they're basically suits of armor brought to life by bound souls.
Right. I knew I didn't want to know.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right? Whatever the Oracle has planned for that relic, and for us, it can't be good, Envoy. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Nope. Sounds good to me. Cremating people.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place? Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
Oracle's up ahead. Be ready for anything.
There you are.
Still ain't leveled up. They sure to take this leveling up serious.
I worried for you when the earth shook. You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? Yes, the earthquakes, and the roots that seem to always accompany them. They are not a new occurrence, I'm afraid. This land has always had an unstable quality to it. But it has worsened in recent years, grown violent. Is it my work the land abhors? Is it the arrival of your Emperor's soldiers? Or are these tremors merely the convulsions of this island's lone volcano? You will need the scientific minds of Emerald Stair to tell you, for I certainly cannot say. Whatever the cause, the disturbances are getting worse. I fear this whole place could collapse at any moment. We have all the time. Do we? Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur
He's a
the
real
moment the
villain.
heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. Their essence is held safe within my devices, and with your help, I shall give them a new commission: to prosecute the redemption of a god. Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect? If it must come to...
What's the deal?
Leave now, or...
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you.
Take a moment, people.
We sense weight on you. Essence. Yes, we know this melody. A part of the statue, a piece that yearns for its true place. Combine them. Join soul into body. Let it sing for us. It dreams in colors we have never seen.
No.
Could we use it? We cannot know. It must be complete. What will bloom?
Hey, Convoy. Back with us?
A home for a heart. We would speak to you. It wakes. A host. Form given life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout. Fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift? We are not sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean? Sift our fingers through sand? This prison holds us, silences us. The years fade like leaves. We have no memory of summer, warm fire, soothing rain. We could, but we must. A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out.
Little lever.
New earth to till, we flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
Alright. Let's speak to this person up there.
The Oracle might have been a creepy, murdering Korva, but...
Never thought I'd be so relieved to see Paradise.
Well, that was certainly an experience of some kind.
Teleport there.
When Wodika takes back her throne, all
Jesus.
transgressions and injustices will come to light. None will be spared. Their due retribution.
Hey, it's the Envoy!
Envoy, hey!
I swear, I owe you the world.
I own the world. He saved my life, remember?
Yeah, you only told me about 100 times.
Hey, where's Yeda? Is everyone else on their way?
No. Oh, gods. Does he mean...
They didn't make it, Offric. I'm sorry.
But you saved Cadman. You couldn't save them? Or you didn't try?
What happened?
What?
Right. So it could have been worse.
They probably went quickly. If that helps.
I can't understand this.
Hey, Offric, hey, listen. We always knew that was a risk, right? And we told ourselves.
Better to go out at the bottom of the world or the top. And dying in bed like Granda, asking what if.
Did you avenge them? Is the Oracle dead? At least they got justice.
And I got my brother back.
Don't be a baby. You would have been fine without me.
What I mean to say is, we're grateful, Envoy.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. It belonged to our grandfather. He'd always wanted to join the Corps, but life got in the way. When we were recruiting, he gave it to us, to remind us to live well.
Well, I'm sure you've got big Envoy things to do.
I don't know if you heard, but there's a plague on and everything.
If you're ever in High Crown, look us up.
Yeah, we can drink to the Corps together.
I wish things had turned out better than the rest of them, but glad they made it.
These two will be just fine. I'm sure.
Alright, so let's
One
go
of
for that
them may
mission.
even get a happy ending.
You like to see? Please either watch subscribe. Have a nice day. Ooh. Really none of these. Not that good.
Listen, this is something I never thought I'd have to add. Let's talk. As if Bareth didn't just drag you out of the grave. By the time I got you to Livy, you must have spent 20... What did you see while you were gone? What do you remember? Wait. Someone? Who was it? Or what was it? Well, that's good. Imagine how much worse this would be if you had two cryptic entities clamoring for your attention. So, someone is reaching out to you from the beyond. They saved you from death, and now they want you to free them from wherever they are. Do you trust them? That's wise. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience I've ever heard of, and you haven't even left Dawnshore. That's quite a feat. At least you have a sense of humor about it. So, this whole time you were in the beyond, and then you were just sent back.
Yes.
Do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead? Yeah, probably not. Still, thanks for humoring me. You must be tired. I know I am. For now, let's get some rest. Enjoy the ocean breeze while we're here.
Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go. No, none more than usual. Both settlements are survivors. They just use different methods. Don't spend much time worrying about animancy myself. Never really needed it. A job is a job, Envoy. But not all places are created equal. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost. Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject. If I must.
You feeling okay? Seems like you were having a stroke. strange dream the other night. A cup of tea might help you sleep. Unless you need a nip of something stronger.
You might want to consider not washing your clothes in safflower oil.
I hate to break it to you, but regular laundry is a common courtesy when you're traveling with a group.
No, it's fine. If you feel the need to wash your clothes, go right ahead.
That looks right.
Okay, that's cool.
Right. As we were saying. No, it's fine. If you feel the need to wash your clothes, go right ahead.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before. The leaf remembers the stem. We have questions. We must know. A life for a life. A killer's blood billows in the drain, dead like the bear. Eat or bleed. Rule of the wild. We know these shapes. Still. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. We bide our time. We wait. Wake now. We have tending to do.
Poor guy. Didn't even stand a chance.
Looks like there's a note.
We got my boy. We got my boy.
Yeah. Star metal, if I'm not mistaken. Might want to take that to a blacksmith. Nice job, everyone.
whatever's grown over that Audra doesn't look natural. Oh, no, you don't!
Can't believe we're stationed here, so far from the city. Piss off the captain or something?
Hey. Truly? What?
People like monsters. No wonder the Adherents are gaining so much ground.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to... Be careful. There's a lot of island to explore, and a lot of it can kill you dead. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. Good advice. Since she arrived, there's been a spike in disappearances. And I don't want to be one of them. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Hopefully, your handling of Egwolf brought us some grace with her.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
All right. So now we're...
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adherents moving in.
And Egwolf's death won't help matters.
You had to know that might happen. I mean, you've met Ludwine, right?
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adherent soldiers.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwine woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
And it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Unless they have their own use for you. That's what's giving me the shakes.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Guildguard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fjord is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
They're an eccentric bunch. You'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
You don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay, until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed, but...
Too much talking.
We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been put... Tama.
You won't... Right. Maybe buy them a drink before...
Oh my god.
That's... I... Come...
We're talking.
Yeah. Who else is gonna show us which mushrooms we can eat, and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Jesus. That talking is ridiculous. Just keep going and going and going.
Would you be a dear and help with these scorpions? Please?
Use our help.
Look at these guys. Let's get it.
Fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
No ladders, Envoy.
You're welcome to my shoulders.
Shoot. That vase is far too... But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. Do they really? I wonder what other advantages godlikes come with. Maybe the three of you have experimented?
I'll try anything twice.
It's more of an animancy thing, isn't it?
What?
Encourage me? It sounds like you're the one who needs a little encouragement. In any event, I already have a lover. He always carries a ladder. But sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord, and I need this vase now. Oh, absolutely not. Vidaro, the governor, is an uptight postinago. But if you want to know about the governor, fetch me that artifact. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Alright, so let's continue to make our way back.
That it?
Granted, I don't come here often, but when did it get this bad? stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
What is this?
Yeah.
As if people weren't hungry enough.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it to you.
Tell me another solution that would be half as efficient as that.
You're... I'll take what... If...
Bro, I just want to buy some stuff.
We have a... If you...
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong with the Eora obviously comes from using animals.
We don't use animals.
Okay.
You showed up at a bad time.
I don't want to talk to you. You do too much talking in this game. What if I get shot as I walk through the door here? Somebody right there. I hope they don't start talking to me.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. Captain Alfir of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. If their experiments are affecting Adirian interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests. Barter for peace, prepare for war. We all have our part to play, envoy.
Yeah.
Until later.
Thank God.
Settle means something different outside of Solace.
You're talking.
Can I... Where?
Oh, got Parma Flame.
All ingredients are fully stocked. Be careful with Fortuna. Oh, the Trentons. A bunch of hot souls, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I admit. Watch yourself out there.
Come on! My invention.
Jata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Charmed. Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Did you hear that, Ignacy? You should be taking notes.
Ah, of course. The Adiran envoy. Ambassador Hilgard sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember who's in charge around here.
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms. Indeed. We were fighting the Dream Scourge before it even had a name. I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Be careful with your assumptions. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast. Perhaps, but I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west, by the workshop.
I don't know how my clothes on.
I'll find us another bed.
Yeah, well, I was taking so much damage. Yeah, makes sense.
Another time, my boy.
You think I won't rob you blind? You're crazy.
Is this the governor's mother? Blustish.
My hands. My hands. Short
Ignacy's mother is very ill. Please, don't disturb her anymore.
Ooh. I'm gonna try that. Oh. See what I got on.
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giatta is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fior Messiverno.
Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him. Be my guest. Take her away from here. As far as I'm concerned, she's your responsibility.
He reminds me of a lieutenant I served under. Led us into a trap because he wouldn't admit his maps were wrong.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run. I knew I heard someone snooping about. And you have the gall to confront me like a common criminal. This conversation is over. That is not a topic for discussion.
Yes, you got it.
I'll hear no more of this. You go about your business, and I'll go about mine.
We should let this one go.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amigo. Ado, welcome.
I had planned.
What did you think, Taz, when you confronted him, sir?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Now this.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I wish I could take credit for Giata's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. Straight to business then. I can respect that. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. I hope so, because we're running out of options. He's gotten an Eora is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Rim. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial envoy, research assistant. Who knew?
Alright, folks, that's going to be it for this episode. If you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe, and have a nice day.